Morning, Zoe. That's the key to the gun cupboard, isn't it?
Yes.
Shouldn't it be put back where it belongs? I wasn't trying to kill anyone last night, you know.
So what were you trying to do?
No one got hurt, did they?
Kim is only alive today because I knocked away the gun.
You're exaggerating, Zoe.
Ask Joe if you don't believe me. He was there, so was Archie.
And this went on in front of all of them.
Who cares who it went on in front of? You told me not to worry, remember?
He was on the ball yesterday morning.
Yes, well, if he was, it went right out of the window last night. You've got to talk to him.
I doubt he'd take much notice of anything I say.
Well, he takes no notice at all of anything I say. But someone has got to get through to him before he loses his head altogether, or who knows what he might do next time. I'm sure he's on the verge of a complete breakdown.
It's not that bad, Zoe.
You weren't there last night!
So he overreacted. I'm sure if I found Kathy going off with some other man...
Oh, yes, you tried to murder her.
Look, I've got to be in Hon in an hour. Maybe you could have lunch with me if I could think of some excuse to get him there.
And think of one. You've got to talk to him, Chris. If Chris has invited you to lunch, shouldn't you be getting off?
Oh, there's no hurry.
But it's gone 12. If he's meeting you at Camille's...
How do you know where I'm meeting him? I never mentioned it. Was it you who put him up to this, Zoe?
He had to know what happened last night.
Maybe I'll stay and have lunch here instead.
Dad, he's expecting you. Please.
I was just wondering how he was.
It's hard to say. This morning he was prowling around the house like a caged animal, but I got Chris to take him out to lunch. I think this might be him. Joe, can I give you this?
What is it?
It's the key to the gun cupboard. I'm just not too keen on putting it back where it's normally kept. It's just for the time being. We'd all feel a lot safer, I think.
Sure. Oh, hello, Joe. What brings you here?
Good news, actually.
Oh, that makes a change.
Yeah, the foreman says the drains will be in on Monday, 2 weeks early.
That is good news. Was there anything else?
No, that was all. See you, sorry.
Oh, by the way, Joe, that commotion I caused last night, I apologize.
Don't need to apologize to me, Frank.
No, it was embarrassing for everybody there. But I can give you my word, nothing like that will ever happen again.
Glad to hear it.
How was your lunch?
Fine. I offered to drive Chris home, but he had his own car and he hadn't drunk too much. Well, cheer up, Zoe. You don't have to worry about me anymore. As I told your brother, that little exhibition I caused last night really pulled me up with a jerk. I'm back in control again at last. I promise.
I was so worried about you. We all were.
No need to now. Everything's all right. But as soon as possible, Charles. Right. Thanks. Bye. Action. That's the answer when you're done, Zoe. You just pick yourself up and get on with it.
So it's back to work now, then, is it?
Tomorrow, first thing. And just in case Kim is ever tempted to come back here again...
After last night? I rather doubt that.
But in case she does, she'll be getting a letter from my solicitor in day or two.
Your solicitor?
Yes, that's who I was on the phone to just now. Kim will be receiving an injunction forbidding her access to home farmland.
Dad.
Oh, and I'm suing for divorce. So you see, I've got everything under control now. Haven't I?